What I'm not going to do is be tricked by Tony Abbott and others who were trying to turn a debate about one issue, that is, whether same-sex couples should be allowed to marry, into a broader debate about religious freedom, because that's not what this is about.
You just have to wonder, when are they going to stop? They're framing the question around, it's just marriage, love is love, equal rights, but they're not going to stop at marriage. I think that is just such a simplistic view to take on any sort of legislation, but particularly something like marriage. Marriage is one of the fundamental building blocks of our society. Marriage and the family are just the most integral parts of our society and most integral parts of Australia.
There is a reason that traditional marriage has been tradition for so long in the world. My main concern with the consequences of redefining marriage is what happens next.
Safe schools is just another example of this crushing homosexual agenda that hates the family. And if you look at safe schools, it is not about bullying. They're putting these ideas into the minds of children that are corrosive and evil.
I just think they're worried. I think that they have their own agenda. They will do whatever they think is necessary to protect it and act self-righteous, and that they're the only option, and they can't handle somebody standing up and questioning them. This lobby and movement that has so many hundreds of millions of dollars, so much social media momentum, so many people working for them full time, they're not going to stop at marriage. Their goal is to tear down the family and every traditional institution in Australia. Most people who are for same-sex marriage don't understand the people who are actually pushing for it. And if the ordinary Australians who saw these people who are pushing for same-sex marriage, the ones who are orchestrating it, they would be horrified. Most gay people would be horrified by these absolute radicals who just want to tear the fabric of Australian society apart. You've got organisations such as Get Up, who have been relentlessly bullying no campaigners over the last few months. They've amassed an extraordinary amount of resources to put into this campaign, and if we legitimise this behaviour and pass a yes vote on same-sex marriage on the back of this kind of vile abuse, I'm concerned about who they go after next.
By opening up marriage to gay couples, it's not just, the simplistic love is love approach. It is not just going to impact those people who decide to enter into a homosexual union. It's going to affect families, it's going to affect the wider community, it's going to affect all people in all marriages. It's a complete redefinition of something that has existed for thousands of years and worked perfectly.
I would say that I was listening to Tony Abbott's comments when the postal plebiscite was first announced, when he said, if you support freedom of speech and you want to fight against political correctness, you should vote no. And I absolutely agree with those comments. I think he hit it right on the head, that if you want to send a clear message to organisations like Get Up, leftist activist groups that seek to stifle debate and stop their opposition from talking, the easiest way you can do that is to vote no and send a clear message to these people.
The ramifications of a yes vote for same-sex marriage, just contemplating the huge impact that will have on society, the huge negative impact that will have on society, that's why I'm voting no.